Good morning, YouTubers, friends, followers, subscribers, but mainly the subscribers. Thank you all very much for continuing to stay on this channel and helping it grow. But if you're watching this video right now and you've not yet subscribed, why not? It's free! But it's not necessarily freedom of speech. No, because we have a YouTube human reviewer who will look at my videos, which is good. But my videos are based on sense and based on what's happening in today's media. Thank you to those that tuned in last night just to watch and listen to my video. I was meant to do a live last night from 7, which I do most Sunday nights. However, I received, can't show you the front of it, but I received this 72-page document. And yes, anyway, this is the final document of my career. This is my career here, my military career, all hanging. And that will be used next month in the High Court in London. Okay. Thanks for all the emails last night and the messages. Listen, I'm okay. This is 8 years of fighting the Ministry of Defence, all put into 72 pages. So it is a little bit emotional. And we'll see where that goes. But thanks. I do appreciate the emails. Thanks to those who continue to donate the odd pound to my PayPal, which is great. I'll link in the description very shortly. Right. Now, YouTube human reviewer, you cannot shoot the messenger. I talk about in my daily rants what's happening in the media, and it's not my fault that Harry's in the media non-stop. Now, emails coming in about this, and I'll cover quite a few things today, not just that. But it's Tom Bradbury or Brady, I don't know. I don't care who he is. He's been interviewing Harry, and he's been trying to find out why certain things were said in the Oprah interview. And he said to Harry about it, and Harry says, I never called my family racist. That's one thing. No, you didn't. The truth is you did not call them racist, but you give off, you let the world think that with some of your things, questioning Archie's skin colour and things like that. You know, it's just, it is what it is. You know, no point. We all heard it. It was really nice of Harry, the fact that he's offering to forgive his family. He said that in one of the things. I'm willing to offer my family forgiveness. And then 6 questions later, he says, and I wrote this down to confirm it, I no longer recognise my family. So I don't understand what's going on. The truth is, ladies and gentlemen, I do honestly, hand on heart, hope that the family does reconcile. That would be nice. Of course, everyone wants their family. But I also believe in my heart of hearts that he needs mental health therapy. I really, really do. I think he's been manipulated and it's not good. And the fact is, he needs to stop. I don't think it's him. I'm not going to say who, but I don't think it's him. But you can't keep bringing up the death of your mother. Whenever you go through trauma and you go through therapy, you're taught to forget about the trauma and to think about the good things in life in order to move forward and succeed. If you keep bringing up the death of somebody and what's happening here, and it eats away at you here, it eats away here, it eats away here at your heart, and you never really recover. Unless you're trying to keep somebody suppressed in order to manipulate them to see what... That's in my opinion. Right, here we go. Happy birthday today to the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate, who's 41 today. What a wonderful, elegant, beautiful lady. 41 years of age. Fantastic. Wow. Right. Now, this thing here, which this is a fact. This is a fact. I may get the name wrong in my pronunciation, but hate preacher Anjib Choudhury has issued threats to all British service personnel who are currently posted or stationed in Islamic countries. He has stated that this shows that the royal family have their hands in blood and that he's calling for jihadis to attack British troops, which is not good. So, regardless what you think, regardless if you're on the fence about Harry or the royal family or the British Army or the Queen or the King, regardless where you sit, regardless if you're on there about racism, and it's about racism, it's about hatred, it's about a narrative, it's about the media, doesn't care. Just take yourself back one step. Excuse me. Take yourself back a step from all these stuff. And we all must come to an agreement and state that his words in that book have led to attacks on British forces, regardless what you think. Now, we already have thousands of British athletes that are injured, ex-service personnel who are athletes, that are going to take part in the Invictus Games. We've got injured soldiers from across the world, obviously veterans, that are going to take part in there. I believe the Invictus Games now have to make a decision. Are the games about the injured troops, or are the games about Harry? But you cannot invite someone to the games what will possibly bring Islamic attacks onto the veterans. The veterans have already suffered enough fucking trauma without going down and giving them more. So, there we go. I've said it. Wow. In other news, the price of eggs are actually up 85%. Don't know why. It's a fact. 85% rise in the cost of eggs this year alone. And now it brings me on to politics, which is not a thing that I like, but I'm trying to find my way around this world of political drama. And the Labour Party. I'm going to say this. Now, I don't support Conservative and I don't support Labour. So let's not think it's about one or the other. I think they're both as bad as each other. However, do the Labour Party want elected? I've already had this chat this morning with my parents, believe it or not. I don't believe Labour Party want to govern, because some of the things that they start to bring up on the lead up to elections and the lead up to their manifestos don't make sense. Labour Party, if elected, they want to ban cigarettes, which I find strange, because what you're doing straight away is you are telling everyone that smokes in the UK not to vote for you. So you've lost that vote already. Can you see where I'm coming from with this? Now, I think Labour MPs are happy to get the wages, but do not want the responsibility. That's my opinion. I think that the Conservative Party love getting the wages and do not know how to show responsibility. So, it's a fair game coming up the next election. I think if Nigel Farage gets back in, I don't know what will happen with him, or Richard Tice with Reform, or maybe Lawrence Fox with Reclaim, and there's a few other parties. I think at the minute UKIP and a few others, they are trying to come together as one party. There's a lot of negotiations happening a minute with, will Reform, UKIP and Reclaim come together? All the parties have said they will join. The one party that said they will not join is Nigel Farage's party and Richard Tice's Reform. So all the other small parties are willing to come together in order to try and change democracy, apart from Nigel Farage's party. In my own opinion, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm sure you'll be able to comment below. But listen, people, as I said, 72-page document here came in, and it was about my discharge from the military. I had an employment report done on me for court, saying where would I have finished in my career, and it got a little bit emotional. I'll tell you why. I'm not going to read the report to you. I don't want to bore you to death. But whenever you look at your career and where you were going, and then you were injured and then you had to leave, and you don't get compensation for your injuries, and you go to court, and the MOD, the government's legal department, GLD, you have to go speak to this guy, speak to this professor, get a medical report done, get a psychologist report done. We want this done. Look at your reports, SJARs. Look at your career. Look at what you had achieved. And when I read about it all, it sort of brought back memories. For instance, it says here, Mr. Colt, this goes back, it starts off the bottom. Mr. Colt, as a Lance Corporal, was already an experienced infantry section commander when he was promoted to substantive. In my opinion, this is reflected in his CRs, November 05 to January 07, where he was given an overall performance grading of outstanding. with a recommendation for early promotion. That said, post platoon sergeant's battle course, he deputised for his platoon sergeant and was placed by his second reporting officer in the top 3 of 100 corporals in his unit. So I read that and I thought, wow, okay. There's quite a lot of corporals in my unit that I believed in my own head were better than me. So I read that and I thought, well, that's nice. And then I started going through the report to get to the back of it all. I wanted to see page 30, 31. There we go. Where is it? Here we go. And this bit was a bit that sort of got me a little bit. It says here, while Mr. 𝐄𝐏 was placed in the top tier of his peer group, here we go. For the remainder of his reports before his medical discharge, his reporting officers, SR, onwards reported a potential to reach warrant officer rank. An injury towards the end of a course I was on. An injury towards the end of a course I was on prevented him from completing the Carter. From my experience as a former military academy Sandhurst captain instructor for non-combat corps such as the unit I was in, the opportunity for one of their soldiers to gain an assistant instructor post shows his high value occurrence, blah, 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 blah. So I read this. In my opinion, it is highly likely, absent PTSD, because PTSD is a mental health injury, absent PTSD, Mr. 𝐄𝐏's top tier soldier would have been a strong candidate for promotion to W01 and appointed as RSM of his unit. In my opinion, as a RSM, it is likely that Mr. 𝐄𝐏 would have been selected for LE commission, judging by his qualifications and the direction he was heading. So there we go. So I read all that, and then it sort of hit me a little bit thinking, wow, okay. Didn't get that far, though, did I? Career got cut short. And because my career got cut short, I did it, well, personally, to get my head right, I dedicated the last 5, 6, 7 years to trying to push fucking veterans' mental health because it nearly ruined me. So there we go. Anyway, bring on the MOD, High Court. Looking forward to speaking to my barrister, and we're moving forward. Well, listen, thank you very much for supporting this channel. Thank you. If you are thinking you're subscribed, please keep checking because I don't know what's happening. YouTube Human Reviewer, can you please find out for me why people are being unsubscribed from this channel without their knowledge? Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Stay safe.